Nothing is back with two new smartphones, the Phone 3a and the Phone 3a Pro. And these are the successors to the highly popular Phone 2a. But are they worth the upgrade? I'm M Kwan here on M Kwan Reviews. Let me break it down for you in this video. The Nothing Phone 3a in all white. How nice does that look? And this is the Nothing Phone 3a Pro in this black stroke gray color. Again, equally very, very nice. It really depends which kind of vibe you're going for, the white or the black. Let me know in the comments down below which one do you like. But let's kick this off. So this time around, Nothing have done something very interesting, which is that these two phones are very, very similar, but there are some important differences and upgrades between the two of them. This certainly is a Pro model, and I'll talk about how it's a Pro over the Nothing Phone 3a. But to begin with, look at the design language. It carries through from the Phone 2a, so you have this transparent back, you have the glyph arrangement as well, which is still very, very nice. But the differences here are that the Nothing Phone 3a is made out of a plastic frame, whereas the Nothing Phone 3a Pro has a metallic frame, and you can actually tell the difference when you have this in your hand. This just feels a bit more solid. I really like the design on both of these. I think the Nothing Phone 3a is similar to what we've seen before, so I'm not kind of like freaked out by this, but the Nothing Phone 3a Pro, like, it's an interesting style, and especially with the way that the cameras are arranged in this circular shape. The way that the camera is arranged, I mean, this looks like a different smartphone. And kudos to Nothing. I think like the design team obviously is having a lot of fun, which is great because, yeah, you've got to have fun when you're doing this stuff. Now, one of the new things that both these phones have is this Essential key. It's a dedicated button that makes capturing and organizing information way easier, and I'll talk more about that in the video. The other upgrade here is that on the Nothing Phone 3a Pro, you have an upgraded 50 megapixel front camera, whereas on the 3a, you have a 32 megapixel front camera. But essentially, they're the same when it comes to the display. 6.77-inch AMOLED, 120 Hz refresh rate, 3000 nits of peak brightness, which is a huge jump up from the 1300 nits on the Phone 2a. Now, both of these phones will come with Snapdragon 7S Gen 3 processors, so that's a bump up from the 7200 Dimensity that we found in the Phone 2a. There's 20 GB of RAM boost, which is basically 12 GB physical RAM and then 8 GB of virtual. And then those specs are going to help with obviously day-to-day multitasking. There's AI-powered optimizations as well, and better cooling, 23% better cooling. So hopefully if you're planning on using this for gaming for extended periods of time, you should notice a difference there as well. And check this, as far as battery is concerned, both of these have a whopping 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is really, really good. Fast charging also, 50 watt wired. That means you'll get a full charge in about 55 minutes. And with the new AI powered battery health, there's further optimizations. That means you should be able to push this further. Obviously, it's still a bit early for me to give my verdict on how the battery life has performed. But yeah, do stay tuned for an update later on. So far, so good, right? So then, M Kwan, what are the differences between the Phone 3a and the Phone 3a Pro? Because right now, you're making it sound like they're exactly the same. Well, look, on the back is the big, big differentiator. You can see, look at the cameras. This is the Phone 3a. It has a triple camera, very, very good. A big marked improvement over the 2a from last year. But the Phone 3a Pro, if you want to focus on camera and camera capability, then this one is a standout. Now, both of these have really good front-facing selfie cameras. There's a difference there as well. 32 megapixel selfie camera on the Phone 3a, 50 megapixel front-facing selfie camera on the Phone 3a Pro. But crazy, right? Nothing have made both of these at this price point 4K filming for video, capped at 30 frames per second. But the fact that they film 4K at this price point for both of them is really, really good. So from a couple of quick snaps, as you can see from these examples, I've been impressed. I think that the overall image quality on both of these devices looks and feels really, really good. You've got good detail, you've got good dynamic range. But in terms of what's coming later on with Nothing OS 3.1, it's going to be adding camera presets and also AI enhancements. But with the 3a Pro, you can certainly notice a difference with that periscope capability. Let me know what you think of these images taken in the comments down below. So this is what video looks like, 4K, 30 frames per second. I would like to see 60 frames, but I'm okay. I'm okay with 30 frames. But this is what 4K 30 frames per second looks like. And as far as zoom is concerned, Let me just pan out and show you. You'll be able to zoom all the way out. 8x. You can see we've got dirty windows here. They do need cleaning. But yeah, that's what it's like with the zoom. Now, interesting, you won't be able to use ultra wide in video in 4K, but you'll have to go down to 1080p, which is what I'm currently at, with 30 frames per second. Then you'll be able to use the ultra wide. And this is what the ultra wide looks like. Let me know what you think of the overall quality of both the video and the audio in the comments down below. Now, coming back to this essential key, I think it's interesting the way that Nothing have incorporated this, because there's a big focus on AI. So how it works right now, if I double press, it's set up so it takes me to my space, and I've got a few things going on here. Now, what you can do is you can take a long press to take a screenshot like this. All right, and it will add it to that essential place as it's done over there. But the other thing it can do is, let's say you're scrolling on a website, for example. I see this, I want to make some notes. So I can press and hold, continue holding, and then it adds a voice note feature over there as well. So I can make a quick mental note that I can refer back to later on. Once I let go, it'll go back into the essential space. If we go over there, you'll see that in real time, it's processing it. So one, you can hear it, but the transcript through AI will show you also what you've said in that, and then you can add that to collections as well. It's a nice, cool feature. Think about when you're scrolling on Instagram, you see a product, you see a recipe, you can use it in that way. You might be during a meeting and you want to long press, you can then start flip to record, and that will transcribe the conversation and then give you summarizing points as well using AI. I think that feature is coming soon, so it's not available right now, but that will be a really, really cool feature to test out. So talking of Nothing OS, this is built on Android 15. It's lightweight. It's got this clean UI, as you can see here, and I really, really like it. There's a whole bunch of updates to the OS, but I'm looking forward to the AI features that will be coming hopefully soon. Now, where things get interesting is the pricing. Check this out. So the Nothing Phone 3A is gonna set you back $400, okay? The Nothing Phone 3A Pro is gonna say, is it worth that additional? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But here's the thing. If you want the pro level, you want the more premium look and feel, and you want the improvement to the camera, better periscope for zoom, better front-facing selfie camera, then it makes sense to go with the Nothing Phone 3A Pro. But if you are just happy with a clean, well-designed mid-range smartphone, then the Nothing Phone 3A I think is a solid choice. But the question now is what about if you're coming from a Nothing Phone 2A? Is it worth upgrading? Well, I would say it's worth considering, because look, you're gonna get better build quality on both of these two phones. You're gonna get improvement to the screen. It's a big, big upgrade to the screen compared with the Nothing Phone 2A. You're gonna get better performance inside, and obviously those cameras. So it is an upgrade, but is it worth an upgrade for that price? I think these are certainly well-positioned mid-range smartphones, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'm Mkwan. Be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit like, and check out this other video over here now. I'll see you there. Poosh and blessings.